Welcome back, my people. Thank you for joining me today. I honestly wish this was one of those lighter conversations where we could laugh a bit, gist a bit, and move on with hope. But Nigeria keeps dragging us into stories that squeeze the heart. Today, we're talking about a painful, heartbreaking tragedy from Bauchi State, where bandits ambushed a police patrol, killed five brave officers, and injured two others. And as we go through this story, I want you to feel what really happened, reflect on the bigger picture, and ask yourself what kind of country we want to keep living in. Picture the scene. It was supposed to be a routine patrol, one of those regular movements officers make to maintain visibility, to check on communities, and to reassure residents that someone is watching over them. The police vehicle was moving slowly through the area, the officers alert but calm, their eyes scanning the surroundings as usual. Then suddenly, out of nowhere, the first burst of gunfire shattered the air. It wasn't a warning shot, it was an ambush, a coordinated, calculated strike. Before anyone could process what was happening, rapid gunshots tore through the vehicle like rain on a zinc roof. The officers scrambled for cover. Some ducked behind the patrol truck, others tried to return fire, shouting to each other above the deafening blasts. Dust, smoke, and the echo of bullets filled the air. The patrol vehicle was riddled with holes instantly. Windshields shattered, tires burst, metal bent like paper. It was chaos, pure chaos. In those terrifying minutes, five officers were hit. One collapsed instantly, another was struck while trying to reload, another fought to stand but fell again as bullets tore through his vest. The remaining two officers were bleeding but still trying to survive. They crawled, dragged themselves, and pushed through the pain to escape the kill zone. Their bodies were injured, but their will to live fought back hard. By the time the ambushers fled into the bushes, the damage was done. Five officers, fathers, brothers, husbands, sons, were gone. Two more survived by sheer miracle, and just like that, another dark chapter was added to the long, bloody page of Nigeria's security crisis. But let's step back for a moment. This is not just a story about Bauchi. This is not just a story about bandits. This is Nigeria's story, a story that keeps repeating, a tragedy that keeps resurfacing in new locations, with new victims, but the same painful message: this country is bleeding, and the people paid to protect us are being hunted like animals. When bandits, terrorists, and criminals comfortably attack police patrols, the same people carrying guns, wearing uniforms, and trained for combat, what message does that send to the rest of the country? What does it say about our security architecture? What does it say about leadership? What does it say about the future of ordinary Nigerians who have no uniform, no bulletproof vest, no gun, nothing? Attacks like these crush national morale. They weaken the psychological strength of our communities. Imagine living in a place where the sound of gunshots is normal, where bandit attacks are not shocking but expected, where parents go to bed praying their children make it home from school, where farmers sleep with one eye open. How can a country grow in such fear? How can businesses thrive? How can children dream? How can a nation compete globally when survival itself becomes the biggest daily prayer? This Bauchi ambush is not just one incident. It is part of a dangerous, consistent pattern that paints a terrifying picture. Criminals have grown bolder, security forces are overstretched, and political leaders seem more committed to speeches than solutions. And every time something like this happens, we hear the same lines. We condemn this act. We will investigate. We will bring the culprits to justice. But the question remains: how many more officers must die before meaningful action begins? How many more communities must be traumatized before leaders feel the urgency Nigerians feel every day? Our political climate today is full of noise, endless promises, endless committees, endless roundtables, but very little changes on the ground. People are crying, children are being orphaned, officers are losing their lives, communities are shrinking, the economy is choking, investors are running, and Nigeria is drifting dangerously close to a point of no return. We cannot continue like this. Nigerians must start demanding accountability in a way that cannot be ignored. Leaders must feel the heat. They must understand that we are not interested in sympathy messages. We want action. We want strategies, equipment, intelligence networks, police reforms, and swift consequences for those aiding or enabling insecurity. Strengthening the police is not optional. Protecting our officers is not negotiable. You cannot send men into danger with substandard equipment and expect miracles. You cannot fight 21st century criminals with outdated tactics. We need a country where officers feel valued, communities feel protected, and leaders feel responsible. A country where tragedy like the one in Bauchi becomes rare, not routine. A country where the death of even one officer sparks genuine national outrage, not silence. A country where every Nigerian life matters, whether in uniform or not. So as we remember these five brave officers, Let their death spark a renewed push for action. Let their story remind us that Nigeria needs urgent rescue, not gradual political gymnastics. Let their sacrifice push us to raise our voices louder, demand more from those in power, and refuse to normalize this madness. My people, Nigeria is ours. The pain is ours. The hope is ours. The future is ours. And if we don't stand up and speak out now, we will watch more tragedies unfold before our eyes. If you care about Nigeria, if you care about security, if you care about justice, then please like this video, drop your thoughts in the comment section, share it widely so more Nigerians can wake up to the urgency of this moment, and subscribe for more bold, truth-centered content. Your engagement helps amplify the message. Nigeria must heal, and it starts with all of us.